Okay, so we're back with another Outlaws video, and this one is going to be intense. I feel like it's going to be a huge game and one that goes down to the wire. If you missed the last one, though, we played the Los Angeles Clippers and absolutely blew them out of the water. 76 to 58 finish. Nikola Jovic, the top scorer between both teams. Kawhi, the top on the Clippers with 20. Jovic outscored him with 21. A historic night from Jaren Jackson Jr. 14 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 blocks. And then a historic night from our now franchise leader in assists. 16 assists from Coby White. So before I jump into the game against Pheonix, I'm going to go over our coach game plan for the game. We're going to roll with a pretty standard starting five. Coby White at the 1, Michael Porter Jr. at the 2, Jovic at the 3, Jaren Jackson Jr. at the 4, Mo Bamba at the 5, DeAndre Hunter 6, Dyson 7, Gafford 8, Rocco 9, Pokashevsky 10, and then Vernon Carey and Lemon Pepper Lou will probably get their time in as well. Precious Achiuwa is injured, not too sure for how long. But a game without Precious is going to make it a little bit harder to come out with a W, especially in Pheonix. So I'm regretting shopping trades because I'm seeing so many trades that I really like. Like there's this trade for Shea, there's this trade for D-Book, there's this trade for, where's it at, Brandon Ingram. And they all fit my mold of going young and having a young all-star caliber type of player. I'm tempted to trade for BI. I really like BI. I'm also tempted to trade for Book, and I'm tempted to trade for Shea because Shea's a 90. I would make this Chris Middleton trade because he's probably the second best player out of all the trades we've been offered. But he's 31 years old and he makes $37.95 million, and he's going to be a free agent this offseason. So since we have Michael Porter Jr. freshly extended, I don't really want to trade for a 31-year-old with 1 year left on his deal. And then Jaylen Brown, 2 years left on his deal. I also thought about taking that one, but we're going to hold on to our man Michael Porter Jr. no matter how much it is tempting to take, especially that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander trade. But I think I do need to get rid of one of our big men, whether it's Mo Bamba, Daniel Gafford, or Vernon Carey. But I think it's going to be Mo Bamba. He's 24 years old, $12 million. I think we can get a decent return for him. We're going to throw in a first-round pick for it. There's Jarrett Allen, which would be a phenomenal pickup. There's also Bogdanovic and Jalen Johnson. Bogdanovic could slot right into the starting five if we needed. Kemba Walker, we can get a first-round pick back from the Magic. That's top 10 protected. Seawood would definitely be really cool. I actually really like that Seawood trade. That Seawood trade's actually really nice. $14 million. He's 27 years old. He's a lot older than Mo Bamba. He doesn't fit my really young type of caliber of player. What if I throw in another unprotected first from 2025? Can we get any better? Oh. We got to give up Vernon Carey. Oh. Oh. The Seawood trade's back. Oh my God. Hold on. Bro. Cam Reddish and Onyeka Okongwu for Vernon Carey, 2 firsts, and Mo Bamba. I really like Onyeka Okongwu. Onyeka obviously is the main piece in this trade for me that is making me want to make the trade. But I don't think I can do it. As much as open as I am to trading away Mo Bamba, that trade, I can't do it. I can't do it. Mo Bamba, Isaiah Todd, and the top 3 protected pick, they're just giving me the same trades once again. Christian Wood keeps showing up. Lou Dort, Jalen McDaniels, Rui Hachimura. I think I'm going to hold on to Mo Bamba. I might make a trade at the end of the episode. Who knows? Without further ado, though, I'm going to stop holding it up. I'm going to jump in to the huge episode we have today. We are taking on the Phoenix Suns, the 2 seed in the West in the Las Vegas Outlaws, versus the 1 seed in the West in the Phoenix Suns. They definitely have progressed. DeAndre Ayton, one of the best centers in the league in the sim at 90 overall. We're lacking at the center position. Devin Booker, and then Chris Paul. I think I want to get another center. I know I just said I didn't want to trade away Mo Bamba, especially for the trades we were offered, but I feel like I can get a lot better at the center position. especially if I tossed in, like, I don't use Pokashevsky. His potential's not very high, so I don't really think he'll pan out. And if I throw in that top 3 protected Grizzlies pick for this year, oh my God, Zoe. I get Alonzo Ball trade. Oh. I don't want to take the Clint Capella trade because I feel like it makes us like a super team type of deal. I don't want to make the Clint Capella trade. I mean, I do want to make the Clint Capella trade, but I feel like Clint Capella is severely undervalued this year. So I feel like that Clint Capella trade is just like a get out of jail free card, if that makes any sense. The Lonzo Ball trade's really appealing, but I think we're good at the point guard position, especially after Kobe White's 16 assist game. I don't really want to give up Kobe White. Dyson Daniels is untouchable in my eyes. Robert Covington could be shipped. I think he's a valuable part of this team, so I don't really want to get rid of Robert Covington. I really like Daniel Gafford. The $1 million on 1 year, I think we can extend him long-term for a bargain. So I'm going to hold on to Daniel Gafford. Mo Bamba, his contract is up at the end of the year. He's making $12 million, so he's on a pretty substantial contract. I don't have a backup PG, so I don't want to. Ideally, I would like to hold on to Lemon Pepper Lou. DeAndre Hunter could be on the block. $9 million a year. Throw in a first top 3 protected pick. And, ooh, John Collins. Clint Capella's there. C. Wood is there. Ooh, John Collins. This trade's also appealing. Wendell Carter Jr., 23 years old. I think he's a decently high potential center as well. Let me take a look at his potential. And then Cole Anthony, who is also a pretty high potential player. We give up DeAndre Hunter, who I was really liking being our backup small forward behind Nikola Jovic. But Wendell Carter, he's on a long-term maxed contract, $22 million. So he's definitely a substantial contract, but his potential, I think, outweighs that. Cole Anthony, 1-year deal. I have to take this deal with the Orlando Magic. We're sending Mo Bamba back to Orlando. We're sending DeAndre Hunter to Orlando as well. And then Cole Anthony is now going to be our backup point guard. Jovic is going to go to the 3. We're going to roll with the same starting 5, except Wendell Carter is on the squad, rocking the number 34 for the Outlaws, man. That is a huge pickup. Lemon Pepper Lou now ideally could come off the books if we needed. Maybe I could package, or no, actually Pokashevsky is going to get some more minutes now at the backup 3 position. His morale's going up because he knows that he's going to get some more minutes with DeAndre Hunter off the books. So I think we definitely got better with that trade. We got a high potential center in Wendell Carter. We got a high potential point guard alongside Kobe White with Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony's higher potential than Kobe White, but as of now, after that 16 assist game, I have to start Kobe White just because Kobe White is that fucking guy. Then Nikola Jovic, obviously a very high potential small forward, B+ potential. I think I can increase that as the season's going to progress. And then Daniel Gafford, a pretty good center, not high potential, but solid. And then we have our veteran presence in Robert Covington, a young stud in Pokashevsky, a young stud sharpshooter in Dyson Daniels. Vernon Carey, I don't know what Vernon Carey's potential is. It's a C. It's not great potential. Neither is Pokashevsky's, but I mean, it is what it is. We're still going to rock with Vernon Carey. Okay, now, without further ado, I'm a little more confident in our ability to face off against the Suns now. Outlaws Suns in Pheonix. It's not going to be easy. Regardless, we're going to go out and get buckets. Let's go. All right, we're here in Pheonix at the Footprint Center. That's a stupid name. I'm rocking the Milwaukee Bucks hat as I usually do, but I'm especially looking to rock it in this one because, you know, we need that Bucks luck against this Phoenix Suns squad. Bucks in 6 against the Suns.
And win.
And win?
Yeah.
And how many games?
6. We're gonna win in 6.
We get our first stop. We get our first board. Michael Porter Jr. I'm going to work the pick and roll with Wendell Carter Jr. early here. We get the mismatch on Devin Booker with Wendell. Wendell Carter opens up the books, and he gets his first bucket as an Outlaw. Let's go. Good start. CP3 to Bridges. Ayton for the midi. He gets the Suns on the board really early here. I spaced out with Wendell, so that's a tough look. We're going to go floppy here. Floppy out the gate. Let's see if we can get Michael Porter Jr. going. Oh, Michael Porter Jr. finds Devin Booker lacking Porter in the corner. Bang! We're up 3. Michael Porter Jr. is on the board in the first minute. Love to see Michael Porter Jr. get going early. Let's go. And if you watched the last one, I know y'all saw the post-game press conference. That was a ton of fun to make. So if y'all enjoyed the post-game press conferences, make sure you let me know down below, and let me know. I want to use your guys' questions in the press conferences. Like I'll do pre-game press conferences with your guys' questions, and I'll do post-game press conferences with questions that pertain to the game. But I still want to get you guys involved in the press conference, because after all, you guys are technically the press. You guys watch the videos, so I want to get you guys involved. 2 back-to-back missed threes with Nikola Jovic. I might have to go away from Jovic so we can get somewhat of a lead going here. Jay Crowder, the Phoenix Sun, finds CP3. CP3 defended by Michael Porter Jr., the 6'10 man out of MSU. Screen by DeAndre Ayton. Wendell Carter, cannot get a hand on that CP3 layup. That's a tough lay by Chris Paul. Nikola Jovic, finally, I find him wide open. They sag off, swags off. Mikal Bridges sagged off, and Nikola Jovic wide open in that corner, so we found him. He sagged off, his swag fell right the fuck off, and we drained that 3 Irish Spring. Wendell hedging, picks up CP3, gets a good contest on that CP3 midi. CP3 just rises up over the big Wendell Carter Jr. Chris Paul, the dangerous point guard. Jay Crowder wide open in the paint. The point guard Chris Paul finds him for an easy lay with the mismatch on Kobe White. We've been cheesing with Michael Porter Jr. a little bit here. I'm gonna go away from it, get the pick and roll with Jaren Jackson Jr. Find him on the screen and roll. He gets the mismatch on Chris Paul in the inside edge to the cup. Jaren Jackson Jr. with the easy dunk. He's averaged 19 points per game this season, so on very good efficiency, elite efficiency, 56%. So I'm loving the pick and roll with Jaren Jackson Jr. It's working really well. DeAndre Ayton is absolutely feasting on Wendell. Ooh, that's tough to see. That is tough to see. Oh, we find Wendell on the pick and roll. He has 4 points. He fights DeAndre Ayton and answers right back with a dunk off the pick and roll. We're picking up Chris Paul full court here. Cole Anthony on Chris Paul. Chris Paul. They run off screen for Bridges. We're there. Jovic is there. Gets a screen from Ayton. Wendell Carter hedges. Wendell gets out to Chris Paul. Chris Paul contested mid-range, and DeAndre Ayton taps it back out to Devin Booker. Chris Paul with the mismatch. Oh my God, Booker. Contested layup. It's missed. Michael Porter Jr. I wonder if Mikal's going to leave Jovic. He leaves Jovic. Jovic for 3 out of the corner. It's a full white. Jovic is so hit and miss with his 3-point shot, man. I love shooting with his jump shot because it's so fluid and it feels so nice. But man, does it miss quite a lot. Wendell. Michael Porter Jr. hits that heady step back. Nails the wide open mid-range in transition. He has 5 points, his second bucket of the night. Timeout, Monty Williams. The Suns bringing a bench lineup. Noah Vonleh's on the Suns. Noah Vonleh, their backup center. Jackson comes in at the point guard. Cam Johnson in the corner. I don't know who that rookie is in the other corner. Smith with the screen on Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson Jr. passing lane steal. Absolutely elite defense. Michael Porter Jr. in transition for 3. Porter Jr. is white hot. Let's go. Michael Porter Jr. taking over at the end of this first quarter, absolutely in the fucking zone. Vonleh runs right into Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson Jr. in his Duffy on defense. Jaren Jackson, we're going to find Jovic as Cam Johnson sags off. Jovic for 3. Irish Spring green for Nikola Jovic. 8-point Outlaws lead. Jovic on Cam Johnson, the elite defender Jovic to Smith. They're running an off-ball action for Brown. They find Jackson wide open at the wing. Bang! The Suns drain the triple and cut our lead down to 5. Kobe White with the ball in hand. I'm going to get a screen from Wendell. Oh, no, we don't. Can I steal? Michael Porter Jr. for... I thought I could take his defender away. That's tough. I thought I could take his defender away with Kobe White, but I couldn't. His defender didn't leave. He left me some space, but I couldn't get to him quick enough. Oh my God, they're jacking 3. They cut our lead down to 3. Okay, pass and screen away here. Oh, it's gonna be a screen for Michael Porter Jr. No, I just pass and screen away, broski. Michael Porter Jr. off the pass and screen away for 3. Full white for Michael Porter Jr. Starting to cool down here. He was white hot for a few possessions straight, but now he's starting to cool down once again. Brown with the wide open lay cuts our lead down to 1. The Suns bench unit starting to heat up here. I might bring in our bench unit. Let's bring in Cole Anthony. Wendell Carter's absolutely gassed. I'm going to bring in Daniel Gafford. I'm going to see if I can get Wendell a bucket at the cup here before he gets subbed out. Find Wendell Carter. Oh my God. Jackson, defended by Kobe White at the perimeter. 3-point Outlaws lead. Getting a screen. I don't think that's Noah Vonleh. It's not Noah Vonleh. Why is Jackson open? Wow. Daniel Gafford and Cole Anthony check in for the bench unit here. 1:11 left to play in the first quarter. I'm going to get a pick and roll with Jaren Jackson Jr. Oh my God, we get, oh wow, Smith with the passing lane steal. The Suns in transition with the opportunity to take the lead. Fast break, Michael Porter Jr. chase down block. Nikola Jovic in transition. They leave Jovic for 3. Bang, he's starting to heat up. We are 42% from 3 in this first quarter. They're giving us so much space at the perimeter, but I'm not going to complain about wide open 3-point looks, man. If they want to sag off Nikola Jovic, oh my God, they're absolutely playing horrendous offensively. That was horrendous. Jackson working with 30 seconds left on the game clock. He gets to the cup. Good take by the Phoenix Suns backup point guard. I think, is that Justin Jackson? That might be Justin Jackson. I don't know if that's Justin or Frank Jackson. I always get the Jacksons confused. Daniel Gafford pick and roll. Gafford to the cup. Hey, goes up with the one-hand clutch at the rim off the pick and roll. Under a shot clock to play in this first quarter. We hold a 4-point lead here. Cole Anthony holding down the PG position while Kobe White gets some reps. Jackson for 3. He misses. Wide open. I'm going to look to get a bucket right here before halftime. I'm going to look for Jovic. They might leave him. Cam Johnson gives him no space. I'm still going to pull it. Early release. That's tough. End of 1. We have a pretty commanding 4-point lead. I'm pretty confident by how we're playing that we can win this game, especially away at Phoenix. It's not going to be easy, but we're definitely going to push the envelope for that. Let's go. Starting off the second quarter here, the Suns are back to their starting 5, but we're still rocking with Cole Anthony and Daniel Gafford. Gafford, oh, Chris Paul in the passing lane. Steele reads that pick and roll well. I'm hedging between Devin Booker and Chris Paul. They find Jay Crowder open in the corner. Oh, beautiful defensive rotation by the guys. Michael Porter Jr., Jovic with the tip in the passing lane. Pause. Chris Paul regains possession and gets the bucket at the cup. Jaren Jackson Jr., oh my God, Cole Anthony finds him. Hey! Jaren Jackson off the PNR, no matter who the point guard is absolutely legendary. Like, this is crazy. I'm loving Jaren Jackson Jr.'s play. Chris Paul driving in. We're going to leave DeAndre Ayton at the 3. DeAndre Ayton cuts in. Michael Porter Jr. with the size advantage on Booker. Booker passes out to Mikal Bridges, the elite defender. Jovic is in his face. We get around the screen. Gafford, we need you to get on Ayton. Gafford cannot get a hand on the alley-oop. DeAndre Ayton connects with Mikal Bridges, and Ayton 8 points on 4 for 4 from the field with 5 boards. We really have not had much of an answer for DeAndre Ayton, but they don't have an answer for, oh my God, Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. Absolute defensive maestro. Oh my God, Jay Crowder putting on a clinic on Michael Porter Jr. right now. Gafford on Mikal Bridges, that's tough. Jay Crowder was putting on an absolute clinic on Michael Porter Jr. I'm going to bring in Dyson Daniels for Michael Porter Jr. I'm going to leave Jovic out there because Jovic's stamina is absolutely crazy. I'm going to bring in Rocco. I'm going to bring Rocco in for Jaren Jackson Jr. We're going to find Jaren Jackson Jr. on the pick and roll. Ayton with a contest from the side. Jaren Jackson Jr. said, I don't give a fuck who you are. You're not contesting this. He has 6. They find Mikal Bridges wide open from hash. Bang. Mikal Bridges cuts our lead from 4 to 1 within the span of 1 shot. Jaren Jackson Jr. Wow, Chris Paul rips the young stud Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony playing solid defense in transition. Chris Paul pull up mid. He cannot get it to fall. Jaren Jackson Jr. with the board. I'm gonna see if they're gonna leave Jovic. Are they gonna leave Jovic? They're not leaving Jovic anymore. He might have a C 3-pointer, but they're not trusting him to shoot. That's oh, Jaren Jackson on the board. Give me a floppy. 9 seconds. I need a floppy quick. I need you to be quick, Michael Porter Jr. I need it. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we fucking go. Cole Anthony putting on a clinic on Chris Paul right now, but oh, actually, that's a horrendous shot by D-Book. But really, is any shot bad for D-Book? They feed Ayton in the post. Gafford's there. Ayton doing whatever the fuck he's doing. Gafford's there. Gafford's there. Gafford's there. They go to Crowder. Jaren Jackson Jr. with the contest. Wow. We're gonna get we're gonna get Gafford a break here. Give me Wendell Carter Jr. at the 5. Let's get a pick and roll here with Gafford. We went to the floppy. Let's get a PNR with Gafford. Oh my God, blocked by Ayton. Wow. Booker over the 6'10". Michael Porter Jr. Chris Paul with his 3rd assist of the night. I'm going to run a floppy again because the Suns have just tied this one up and there's only 4 minutes left in this first half. Michael Porter Jr. for 3 off the catch and shoot. He misses. This is not the time to cool off. Chris Paul has takeover. He finds Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges absolutely selling Chris Paul's takeover. Oh, that's Ayton's takeover. That's not Chris Paul's take. That's Ayton's take. Ooh, Booker gives the Suns the lead on that absolute crazy spin move on the elite defender Nikola Jovic. Booker 4 points in this second quarter. We need to get going offensively. We're starting to crack. Gafford on the pick and roll. Let's fucking go, Gafford. I'm going to bring Kobe White back in for, what the fuck is his name? For Cole Anthony. Timeout, Pheonix. 3:21 to play in the second. Dyson Daniels checks in for Mike Porter Jr., Rocco, Wendell, and Kobe White all check in for us as the Suns have their bench lineup out there. With the bench lineup out there, I think I might give Jovic a break here for Pokashevsky. I think that, wow. I was using Rocco and Smith got the wide open look at the rim. I definitely need to lock in a bit more here. I'm going to go for a floppy. Dyson Daniels, let's get him going. The elite sharpshooter, one of the best shooters on the court. Dyson Daniels for 3. Irish Spring Green. I wonder if I can do like a screen handoff. If I could do a screen handoff to Dyson Daniels, that would be fucking overpowered, bro. A screen handoff to Dyson Daniels would be overpowered. Dyson Daniels, another wide open shot at the hash. Bang, it's contested. 13% contested. Dyson said, I don't give a fuck, bro. That's a fucking bucket. DeAndre Ayton at the perimeter, defended by Wendell Carter Jr. 2 formidable centers to Smith, to Brown. Brown defended by Dyson Daniels. 2, I'm assuming Brown is a rookie. Daniels playing phenomenal defense on Brown. They go to Ayton in the corner. Wendell's there. It doesn't matter. He's not really a great shooter anyway. We're going to work with another floppy, maybe I can get Dyson Daniels a wide open 3. I do. Ooh, early release. That's a toughie. His release is really weird. Like, I wish his release was a lot quicker because that would make shooting with him a lot easier. But I mean, I guess that's going to be how you balance a guy like Dyson Daniels. Like, he's an elite 3-point shooter, but like his jumper is so slow. So it kind of balances him out. Dyson Daniels working off another floppy. Like, see, he has space, but he allows the guy to get the contest because his jumper is so slow. Bro, Wendell Carter Jr. is already at 69% stamina. This man's stamina is absolutely horrendous. Ooh, Dyson Daniels, a little too much space. That's fucking green. Brown was sagging off. You sag off, you swags off. You know the fucking rules. Chris Smooth in the building. Under a minute to play in the first half. We're locked in. Dyson Daniels is absolutely crazy. Double Vonleh, under a minute to play in this first half. Jackson, Kobe White there. Smith defended by Covington, working off ball. Oh, Cam Johnson cannot be open. He passes up the wide open 3-point look. Pokashevsky was late to recover. We're doubling Cam Johnson. Vonleh runs right into Wendell Carter, but Brown is wide open. Oh, wow. Wow. They're missing that. They're going to miss that. Oh my God. Well, I might start leaving it because that man has yet to prove he can shoot. He literally has yet to prove he can shoot. Let me get a pass and screen away real quick. Ooh, we're going to screen for Rocco. Rocco off the pass and screen. Wow, that was horrendous. That was absolutely fucking horrendous, bro. That was a horrendous pass and screen away. Rocco in the corner. That was a horrendous play, bro. That was ran so half-assed. Like, it was so bad. 6, 5. Pokashevsky's there. Vonleh, they're gonna have to force up a contested ass shot. There's no fucking way. End of the first half, we have a 3-point lead. I think we've had this game firmly in grasp. I haven't really had any doubt that we were gonna lose this game. We're only up 3, but I feel like we're definitely in control of the pace of the game and how the outcome of the game is gonna go. So Dyson Daniels is white hot. So I'm gonna keep Dyson Daniels out there. I'm gonna keep running plays for him because he's absolutely feasting on these wide open 3-point looks. Ooh, I catch DeAndre Ayton out of position. Wendell fucking Carter. We caught DeAndre Ayton 1/2 step slow, and Wendell Carter gets the wide open dunk at the cup. That's what I'm looking for. Kobe White, 8 assists, on track for another historic wheeling and dealing assist night. They're running a floppy for DeAndre Ayton, bro. They're running an off-ball action for DeAndre Ayton. Chris Paul pull up midi. His mid-range game is absolutely fucking deadly. It is so tough to stop. I'm gonna run another floppy here. I think we have a fair little spread of the pick and roll. And oh wow, just a half a second too early on that pass, and Mikal Bridges picks that right out of the passing lane. Mikal Bridges pull up midi, 10-foot runner over Dyson Daniels is good. Oh my God, Chris Paul rips Kobe White. This arena's fucking rumbling, bro. Mikal Bridges runs it. Oh, DeAndre Ayton, that's a good backdoor cut, followed by Nikola Jovic. That's not what we want to do. DeAndre Ayton, not a great free throw shooter, so I'm not too upset about him going to the free throw line. But we got to be better. We got to be disciplined. Ayton knocks down both free throws there, and now we trail by 1. Oh my God, Chris fucking Paul, point guard, ripping Kobe White, making him pay for not having that ball on a string. Okay, we get a stop. Granted, it probably shouldn't have been a stop. I mean, Jaren Jackson Jr. got a good contest on Jay Crowder, but DeAndre Ayton probably should have gotten that board. Kobe White needs to have this ball on a string. Chris Paul is ripping him. Possession after possession. We can't be over dribbling in front of Chris Paul. Mikal Bridges didn't get hit by not one of those screens. There's no way that's 16% covered. I'm keeping it a bean. Oh my God, we're fouling possession after possession. We need to be better against this one-seeded Suns teams, man. We cannot be giving up these free buckets, especially to Mikal Bridges. All right, we now trail by 3. Chris Paul has been absolutely tormenting Kobe White defensively. Okay, Wendell Carter with a mismatch on Chris Paul. There we go. There we go, Wendell. Wendell's in double digits. He might be our first player in double digits. I'm not too sure, so I'm not going to make that claim. Kobe White with his 9th assist, almost in double-digit assists for back-to-back episodes. Mikal Bridges gets the wide-open three-point look off of Chris Paul's dimer. You know that's going in. Oh, we get Dyson Daniels wide open at the wing. That's what we needed. Bang. Kobe White is in double-digit assists. Dyson Daniels has 12 points. He is now our top scorer. I'm so thankful for Dyson Daniels. That's a phenomenal... Wow. Wow, wow, wow. The only downside with using the center is that if you don't get back, they get free boards. Ooh, Dyson Daniels wide open under the cup. They're doubling Kobe White off the floppy. Like, Kobe White is the ball handler, and they're doubling him. Like, what are we doing? Booker runs into Jaren Jackson and Wendell Carter Jr. I don't know who he thinks he is, but he just got his shit tossed. Wendell gets his own board. Oh my God, Chris Paul with another steal. Jovic. There's no fucking way Booker gets that. There we go, Jovic. Jovic with the board. We out. Ooh, Jaren Jackson with a mismatch on Devin Booker. We could take the lead here. Jaren Jackson could get us the lead here. Post hook on Devin Booker. We're back in the lead. I felt like we were in control of this game. I said it at halftime. I think if we want to win this game, like if we want to take over offensively, we can do it. Wendell Carter Jr. being gassed is not helping, but this Suns crowd is absolutely electric. Let's go! Okay, they take Chris Paul out, so we might be able to extend our lead a little bit here. Jovic for 3. I need Jovic to hit that. I need Jovic to knock those down. He has 9 points, 3 3-pointers, but if they're going to double Kobe White on that floppy, I need Jovic to hit those shots. I'm going to take Wendell Carter Jr. off for Gafford, get him some rest here. I'm going to run another floppy, see if they double Kobe White. See if they double Kobe White. Oh, they do. That Jovic is wide open. Nope. Wendell. Ooh. Let's try it again. Try it again. They're doubling him. Dyson Daniels. Man. Jovic for 3. Come on, Jovic. Jovic, I need you. Wendell. Jackson for 3. Okay, they're chucking. They're going to keep doubling Kobe, so I just need to find the wide open player. Are they doubling? They're not doubling, but they switch. Okay, floppy. Booker runs into a... that's tough. That screen was not as good as I thought it was. Come on, Dyson. Be quicker, Dyson. Be quicker, Dyson. Dyson, I need you to be quicker. Dyson, he just ran right around the Jokic screen, or Jovic screen. Didn't even attempt to let Jovic didn't even attempt to get Booker to get touched by that screen. And Booker gets the contest on Daniels because nobody decided to screen him. Nobody wanted to screen him. We get out to Vonleh. Wendell Carter, great defense on Vonleh. When Jaren Jackson Jr. steals the board. Jaren Jackson Jr. pick and roll. Oh, we find him. We find him. Jaren Jackson Jr. fouled by Jackson. Can't get the and one opportunity, but he gets the 2 free throws off of that foul with a chance to send himself into double-digit points. He hits the first. Can we hit the second to give us the lead once again? Jaren Jackson Jr. green beans the second one. 10 points for Jaren Jackson Jr. Pokashevsky checks in for Jovic. Michael Porter Jr. checks in for Daniels. Jackson bringing the ball up. I'm going to bring in Cole Anthony for Kobe White. Jackson driving in, runs right into the other Jackson. Jaren Jackson Jr. with another block. I'm going to get a floppy here to Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr., are they going to double? Are they going to double Kobe White? They're not doubling Kobe White. That's a mistake. Michael Porter Jr. off of the floppy. Michael Porter Jr., that's tough. Jaren Jackson on the glass. Oh my God, with the putback slam. Suns trail by 3, a commanding 3-point lead now. Cole Anthony on Jackson. They find Smith wide open. 2 minutes left in this third quarter. Vonleh at the cup contested by Daniel Gafford, but he floats it in for the 2. Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony. He's working. Actually, let's get... Oh, Michael Porter Jr. Too much space. Michael Porter Jr. Too much space. 7% contested. They gave this man a 7% contest. Oh my God. Michael Porter Jr. with the passing lane. Steal. Come here. Come here. Give me a screen from Gafford. Gafford screen. Michael Porter Jr. That's deep. That's deep. That's deep. That was way too fucking deep, bro. Pause. 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 And the Suns take a 2-point lead. It might be Jovic time again, but I'm going to keep Michael Porter Jr. in the game and Pokashevsky as well. Gafford, phenomenal screen. Porter Jr. to the cup. That's what I need from my number 1 guy. Jaren Jackson Jr. on Smith. Jaren Jackson Jr. having another historic night. Oh, we can't leave Chris Paul, bro. We can't leave. Chris Paul passes up the wide open 3. Okay, that's why. I'll never question point guard again. I'll never question point guard again. Let's get a floppy to Michael Porter Jr. Let's hope Chris Paul doesn't rip Cole Anthony. Oh my God, Michael Porter Jr. wide open at the wing. Michael, come on, Michael. Come on, bro. We need that. We need that for the tie. Come on. We can't let the Suns get momentum here. Cam Johnson. Gafford picks him up to Vonleh. Chris Paul defended by Cole Anthony. Chris Paul. A little under a shot clock to play. The difference between the shot clock and game clock is about 11 seconds. Chris Paul driving in on Cole Anthony. Draws the foul. Come on, boys. All right, we now trail by 2 possessions for the first time this game. I'm hoping to change that by the end of the quarter here. Actually, let's get a Jaren Jackson Jr. pick and roll because oh wow, Chris Paul, Chris fucking Paul, Jaren Jackson Jr. chase down block. That's gonna be some momentum. Jaren Jackson fucking Jr. bro. Come on, we're down 2 possessions. Jaren Jackson Jr. giving us momentum, having an absolute block party. Let's go. 4th quarter basketball here. I'm going to bring the starting unit into the game. Wendell Carter Jr. hasn't played in so long, but yet he has no fucking stamina. Kobe White's going to check in. Jovic's going to check in. Jaren Jackson Jr. and Wendell all going to check in. Booker at the stripe. Going to make this game a 7-possession ball game. It's definitely not going to be easy to come back from this one, but I'm confident we can do it. Kobe White, the 11 assist maestro. He's been wheeling and dealing the last few episodes. I'm confident he can bring us back into this game. That's horrendous. That was horrendous. We find Wendell. Oh, Wendell. Back. No, Macau with the help from behind. Chris Paul, get out to him. Come on. That's a horrendous shot. That's a bad shot. Big stop. Big stop. Michael Porter Jr. in transition. Come on. Come on. We can't allow them to just get whatever they want. No, they get another steal. These boys are on lock defensively. Macau Bridges. That went in. Come on. I need something here. Floppy. Come on. Floppy. Come on. Oh, Michael Porter Jr. Wide open look at the wing. Michael. Bang! 6-point game. Michael Porter Jr. huge 3-pointer. Oh, that's a bad reach. That's a bad reach. It sucks. They went to Ayton instead. Ayton. Oh, that was a bad jump. That was a horrendous jump on my part. Come on. Come on. Hurry up. Fuck the cutscene. Ayton's on the ground. Ayton's on the ground. That'll force a mismatch. Go, Wendell. Go, Wendell. Wendell, where are you going? Wendell had the lane. With DeAndre Ayton down in transition, he had the lane for the wide open look, and he turned it down. We find Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson, bang, let's go. That's a big shot. Oh, we can't leave Jake Crowder. Jake Crowder turns down the wide open three. Jake Crowder, okay, on Chris Paul. Kobe White. Chris Paul drives in, runs into Wendell Carter Jr. Wendell, huge block. No easy buckets at the cup. Michael Porter Jr. on Booker. We have the size advantage. They go to Crowder. Crowder driving in on Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson is there. Charge? There's no way. Why is he taking a charge? Why is he taking a charge? Hold on. Was he in the restricted area? Why is Wendell taking a charge there? Wendell. That was a horrendous. He's nowhere close to the restricted area. Like, why? Why? Come on, bro. I'm going to challenge it. This is a good time to use the coach's challenge. Steven Silas uses the coach's challenge. There's no way that's a block, bro. There is no way that's a block, dog. There's no fucking way. He's nowhere close to the restricted area. Like, how is that a block? It's not a charge either. Don't get me wrong, but that's not a block. That should have been a no call. That literally should have just been a no call. Like, there was nothing there. Oh, they overturned it. Okay. They overturned it. Thank you. Thank you. Wait, what? What? Did he not just say the call is overturned? No, he said the challenge is successful. But I'm so confused. Okay, Wendell Carter is absolutely gassed. I mean, the bucket doesn't count, which is cool. The bucket doesn't count. We're down 6 still, but the bucket not counting. Absolutely clutch. Kobe White on Chris Paul. Chris Paul, that's backcourt. That is backcourt if I've ever seen it. Mikal Bridges defended by Jovic. Jovic is definitely more than capable to defend Mikal Bridges. 3 seconds. Oh, that's a bad shot. That's a bad shot. Let's go. Big stop. Big stop. We're down 6. 2 possessions and we're tied up. Come on. Come on. Michael Porter Jr. off the floppy. We don't get it. We don't get the floppy. Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson Jr. screen. I get him on the roll. He has the mismatch on Booker. Let's go. Jaren Jackson Jr. 16 points, our top scorer, abusing that mismatch on Booker. It's just a 4-point differential. 4-point Suns lead. Bro, we have been so efficient. 53% from the field for us as a team. We can't leave Mikal Bridges, bro. Why is Jovic leaving Mikal Bridges? What is he doing? Like, these lapses in our defense have been so bad. Like, they're inexcusable, some of these defensive lapses, bro. Wendell Carter, that was a horrendous lapse in the defense. Wendell Carter Jr., wide open dunk at the cup. 3 minutes into this fourth quarter, we are slowly but surely carving in to this 4-point deficit. Or 6, it was a 7-point deficit. Now it's only a 6-point deficit. Chris Paul contested midi. Michael Porter Jr. with the board. We get the stop. Jovic. They're leaving him. Jovic for 3 in the clutch. Full white. Jovic. Someone get out to Booker. Someone get out to Booker. Okay. They turned down a wide open Booker 3. I'm going to help. Jaren Jackson Jr. on Booker. Big fucking block. There's big block. Oh my God. Jaren Jackson Jr. is a fucking stud. He's a fucking stud. Jaren Jackson Jr. is such a stud, bro. They leave Jovic. Jovic for 3. That's a big one. That's a fucking big shot. Jovic, 12-4, Outlaws run. 12-4, Outlaws run. We're only down 1. This arena's rumbling. Michael Porter Jr., good help defense. Wendell Carter fouls Chris Paul. Wendell Carter's getting abused by fatigue right now. He's at 54% energy. Wendell Carter's absolutely gassed, but we need him to be disciplined for this last 4 minutes. Floppy, come on. Chris Paul's reaching. We need to get a shot off. Ooh, that would have been a good shot. Wendell Carter pick and roll. Wendell Carter, Michael Porter Jr. pick and roll. Wendell with the mismatch on Booker. Get out, Michael Porter Jr. Clear out. There we go, Wendell. Let's go. 14 for Wendell. 1-point game. Come on. Ooh, Chris Paul sets the screen for Jake Crowder. Jake Crowder for 3. That was a horrendous defensive set by us, but Crowder misses. 14 boards for Kobe White. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. Wendell Carter for the lead. He missed. Wendell Carter missed. He missed a wide open dunk on the pick and roll for the lead. Wendell Carter. Oh. I thought he hit it. He misses a dunk. Michael Porter Jr. gets a contest on Chris Paul. Okay, we get another stop. We get another stop. Michael Porter Jr. ball in his hand. Pause. Michael Porter Jr. with the game. Michael Porter Jr. for the lead. He's not missing that. He's not missing that. Lead change here in Phoenix. 78-77 Outlaws. 3 minutes to play in this game. Ayton posting up Carter to Crowder to Booker. Booker defended by Michael Porter Jr. Cheat over the Ayton screen. Booker rejects the screen. Michael Porter Jr. in front of Booker. Booker working back out to three-point line. Booker blows by them both. Booker for the lead. Booker gives the Suns a 1-point lead here in front of the home Phoenix crowd. Kobe White bringing up the ball for this. Oh my God, Chris Paul rips Kobe White in the clutch. He rips Kobe White in the clutch. Chris Paul to Ayton. Ayton for a 3-point lead. Kobe White, we need to be better with the ball. Chris Paul has absolutely assaulted Kobe White. We need to be better with the ball. Michael Porter. Booker. Michael Porter Jr. That's big. Almost with the and one. The game's starting to come down to the wire. The game is coming down to the wire. I called it at the start of this video. Michael Porter Jr. Chance to make it a 1-point game. Michael Porter Jr. hits it. He knew. He walked away right when he hit that. He knocked the second one down as well. 1-point game. 2 minutes to play. We need to stop. We need to stop. Timeout, Phoenix. Wendell Carter's absolutely gassed. 51% energy, but I'm going to keep him out there. We need our star players out there in the clutch. I just called Wendell Carter a star player. What am I doing? I mean, a potential. He has an A potential, and he's an 82 overall. He's like 24, 23. Definitely going to be a star player in the future. Chris Paul driving in. Midi. Fouled from behind by Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson picks up his third. That's not a good time to foul, bro. Chris Paul has been so hard to play against. 12 points for Chris Paul. Oh, he's actually been really inefficient. What am I saying? He's been really pesky, though. Like, defensively, he's ripped our point guard so many times. He's been in so many passing lanes. It's been so tough to get anything against Chris Paul. Oh, Michael Porter Jr. Devin Booker's reading that floppy time and time again. Wendell Carter defended by Booker. There we go, Wendell. Wendell has 16 and 7. He's gassed, but he's still getting buckets. Come on. We need to stop. We keep giving up points off free. Chris Paul at the cup. Come on. We need to stop. We still have time, but the earlier the stop, the better. Bro, we've been 55% from the field this game. Absolutely phenomenal. Wendell Carter over Chris Paul. Come on now. Wendell Carter keeps getting the mismatch. He's going to keep feasting. Come on, let's get a stop. We need a fucking stop. ASAP. Jovic on Ayton is not a recipe for success. Chris Paul wide open. Kobe White recovers. Jovic on Ayton is not a recipe for success. Booker pick and roll with Ayton. Porter's there. Blocked by Jovic. We get the stop. We get a stop. Let's go take a lead here. What do we say? What are we saying? No, Ayton with the passing lane steal. Ayton. Booker in transition. He finds Cam Johnson. Bang. Timeout. Okay. So I don't want to take Jovic out because I know I can get a wide open look with Jovic. But Dyson Daniels would be so nice to have out there right now. Kobe White. Let's get a look. Let's get a wide open look here. Come on. Michael Porter Jr., I need you. Michael Porter Jr. for 3. Michael Porter. No. Jaren Jackson Jr. on the board. Jaren Jackson Jr. with the board gets us another chance. Jackson has a mismatch on Booker. Wendell, get out of there. Wendell. Jaren. Ooh. Jovic with the cut. Jovic, put it up. Let's go. Oh. Okay. Jovic with the huge bucket, but I'm going to take him out. Jovic is coming out. He's our most rested player, but Jovic is going to come out for Dyson Daniels. I think I'm going to switch Dyson and Michael Porter Jr. though. Bring Michael Porter Jr. to the 3, Dyson at the 2. Because Dyson Daniels, or Booker, is a worse defender. then Mikal Bridges. So Mikal Bridges is going to be on Michael Porter Jr. If we get a stop, I'm going to look to Dyson, or regardless, on our next offensive possession, I'm looking for Dyson Daniels. We're hoping for a stop here, though. Don't foul. Why are we fouling? There's so much time. There's so much time. And we foul Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges knocks them both down. Okay, we're down 3. We're down 3. Come on, I hate playing from behind. We're going to look for Dyson Daniels. Dyson Daniels. Ooh, Booker. Booker's behind. Dyson Daniels in the corner. Dyson for 3. It's late. Late release. Late release with Daniels. We got the open 3. But a late release for our best shooter, Dyson Daniels. Ayton knocks down the first. It's going to be probably a 5-point game. We're still in this. We're still in this. We have time. We have time. I'm going to run a floppy. Dyson Daniels. I need 2 threes out of Dyson. I need 2 threes out of Dyson. Dyson. Come on, Dyson. Dyson Daniels for 3. Dyson for 3. That's a big one. Dyson Daniels. 5 seconds on the clock. We're going to foul. We're going to foul. We're going to foul. We got to foul. Foul, foul, foul. Okay. 4 seconds. We're down. That wasn't a 3? Wait. No, it was a 3. It was a 5-point game. Now, that was a 3. Chris Paul's going to knock them both down, isn't he? I think Chris Paul's going to knock them both down. Oh, he misses. Timeout. It's a 3-point game. Chris Paul missed a free throw. We have 4 seconds. And we have the best shooter on the court in Dyson Daniels. I'm going to put the game in the rookie's hands. I'm going to give the game to the rookie. If he can get a wide open look and if he can hit the 3, it's all up to Dyson Daniels. Dyson Daniels is probably the most well-rested player on the court right now. We're going to look to feed him. We don't get the look. We don't get the look. I get a screen from Jaren Jackson Jr. Dyson for 3, late release. We fall to the Suns in a nail-biter. Dyson Daniels misses 2 out of 3 threes. He looks upset, but he's a rookie. Dyson Daniels. He hit a big shot in the clutch. Huge shot by the Rook. We fall to the Phoenix Suns. It's a regular season matchup, but it definitely would have been a lot nicer if we picked up a W tonight. Before I head to my press conference post-game, we're going to look at the box score. DeAndre Ayton, absolute beast. 22-14 and a steal and a block. Really efficient, too. Chris Paul, an absolute menace. 17, 7, and 7 steals. Almost a triple-double with steals. Mikal Bridges, 16 and 2 steals. Booker was really quiet. 3 for 11 from the field, 8 points. Frank Jackson, 7. We torched this man, Kendall Brown, all game. Absolutely torched him. Then our side of the ball, I'm really happy with the guys. 20 points from Michael Porter Jr., our leader. 5 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks. Really good game from him. Not upset with him. Wendell Carter Jr., 18, 8, an assist, and 4 blocks. Really efficient as well. He was just really gassed, but he was playing well when he was gassed, so we're cooling. Dyson Daniels, the rookie, absolutely phenomenal performance by him. He hit a huge shot in the clutch. If he hit the second one, we would have won this, or we would have gone to overtime. But I mean, he's a rookie. Not going to put too much weight on it. 17 points from him, 6 for 11 from the field, 6 for 11 from 3. Huge game from him. And another huge performance from Jaren Jackson Jr., 16, 9, 4, and 6 blocks. Another 6-block game from him. Jovic, 14, 6, 2 assists, and a block. Very inefficient, but, you know, we love Nikola Jovic. Gafford, good minutes, 4 points. Kobe White, another 16-assist game. This man is the future of our team. Cole Anthony, in a little under half the minutes, same amount of turnovers as Kobe White. Rocco didn't do much. Pokashevsky didn't do much. And Vernon Carey and Lemon Pepperlou and Isaiah Todd with the MPs. Oh, man. Tough one, boys. Tough one. Yeah.
What is something you think can be improved on for Friday's game after tonight's loss?
Yeah, definitely. I think we played a pretty well-rounded game tonight. Definitely, I mean, it's a loss, so there's stuff you can improve on. I think the first thing that comes to head for me is ball security. I'm not going to out one person in particular on the squad because as a team we were pretty bad with ball security, but against an elite defensive team like Phoenix, guys like Chris Paul who are lurking in those passing lanes and is absolutely crazy on ball. Mikal Bridges. Devin Booker was really good defensively tonight, and DeAndre Ayton, Jay Crowder. They just have an all-around really solid defensive squad. So, I mean, it's going to come against a team like Phoenix. I mean, this is a 1-2 seed matchup in the West, so it's definitely was going to be tightly contested. I knew it would come down to the wire at the start of the game, and I knew it definitely wouldn't be easy. So, proud of the guys for how we handled ourselves tonight. There's a few loose ends to tighten up, but I definitely feel like we're in good shape. Yep.
Heartbreaking loss tonight. How will you and your team bounce back mentally?
Mentally, I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. This season, I think we've taken a different approach to it than we have in seasons past. I think last season we were trying to get a jump on things, but I think this season, especially since it's our first season in contending form, I think you could say. I'm not going to speak on us as contenders, but it's our first season as one of the better teams in the NBA. Last season we were a play-in team, and now we sit at the 2nd seed in the Western Conference. So we're new to these type of moments. We're going to try to live in the moment. Like Giannis said, he's not on my team, obviously, but like he said in his championship winning season, live in the moment. In the past, it's my ego. In the future, it's my pride. But right now, we live in the moment, and we got to stay humble. Got to stay humble in defeat, humble in winning, and we're just going to take this one day at a time. Yeah.
What went wrong tonight and caused your squad to fall just short?
Obviously, after we had such a good, well-rounded team game, falling short definitely is a little heartbreaking. But it is a regular season game, so we're not going to get too down on ourselves. I think it's not one thing that caused us to fall short. I mean, if 2 shots went in, 2 more shots went in, we're winning this game. And if 1 more shot went in, we're going to overtime. So I don't think it's really one thing, but if maybe a few more shots fall, if they miss a few more shots, if we don't foul a few times here and there, if we're a bit better a few possessions with the ball, I think we could be in a winning spot in this game. But I think we're going to head into practice tomorrow. It's going to address some things. We're going to watch some film. And I think Coach Steven is good. He's taken a good approach at losing this season. His first season here, and we're already a top 2 seed out west, and we're having big battles with teams like the Phoenix Suns. So I think we're in really good shape. Yeah, you way back there.
How would you convince your many guys on expiring deals that your team has what it takes to contend?
Definitely haven't heard that one before, but I think players on expiring contracts definitely is something. I mean, it's my job to worry about that as the GM. So I think the guys we have, I think, are pretty happy here. Guys like Kobe White, I think his deal is expiring this offseason. We have a lot of guys on the squad with expiring deals this offseason. But I think us just being a top 2 seed in the West is pretty good convincing for guys to want to come and play here. One more question, I got to head out.
Why was a rookie given the final shot tonight?
Well, I feel like I trust every guy I have on this team to take that final shot. I wanted Dyson to take that final shot because he's proven he can shoot the ball, and he was white hot tonight, 17 points. One of our top scorers. Michael was also white hot, but he was a little bitten by fatigue. So I felt Dyson fully rested, 100%. I was confident in him to take that shot. He hit a big shot in the clutch. It was a contested shot with Devin Booker in his face. And I think on another day he might hit it, but I'm confident in Dyson hitting those shots, and him just being a rookie. I mean, he hasn't been in these moments just yet. He might have in college, but he'll get there. He's one of our bench guys, so he'll definitely have time to get there. Nicola in the same boat as well. He's a rookie as well. Obviously not as good of a shooter as Dyson, because Dyson is that man. So, but yeah, I think Dyson definitely has the confidence to pull those shots. He did pull one in the clutch that was contested, and he got it to go. So I think Dyson, maybe on another day, he'll get that one to fall, but I definitely feel comfortable with the game in Dyson's hands. Yep. Thank you guys. You guys had some good questions today. Appreciate it. Okay, so usually, like in past series, what I would do after a loss is I'd make a few trades to change up the squad, but I was really happy with how we played. The Suns are just an insane team. They're a really good squad, and they outplayed us. I felt in control for the first 3 quarters, but in that 4th quarter, The Suns were just out of this world. So got to give it up to Phoenix Suns. Got to give it up to Monty Williams. Huge game by them. I do love where we are at as a squad. And I think for the next one, I'm going to sim ahead. I mean, we're still the 2 seed in the West. I want to play the Mavericks, but I don't want to just sim a few days. Who's good out east? Are the Bucks good? Are the Bucks good? No, the Bucks are absolutely horrendous. There's the Celtics. There's the Sixers. The Brooklyn Nets. I'm gonna sim to this Nets game, because the Nets are an insane team. They got better than they were in real life. They've Harden, Kyrie, KD, Clint Capella, and I think that's it. But who? Oh my God, we just went on a 6-game win streak. But I'm pretty sure the Nets are absolutely cracked in this game. Yeah, and this season they're absolutely cracked. They don't have Kyrie, but they have Harden, KD, and Clint Capella, so they're an absolutely insane team. But that is going to wrap this one up. We end as the 1 seed in the Western Conference. That's absolutely huge. We somehow passed up the Suns. But if you enjoyed this, always make sure you show some love down below. It's free. It only helps our channel grow. And let me know what press conference questions you have in the comment section below for the pregame press conference for the next episode. And as always, you're beautiful. Thank you for watching the entire video. If you made it this far, I love you. You make this happen. You make this possible. Peace out.